Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us. You did forget?
No, not that. I meant you wanting to stay with Miss Alice.
Yes, that's right. Miss Alice suggested it. She told me you couldn't possibly refuse.
Why don't you stay with Mrs. Hudson?
Oh, but Miss Caitlin has more in common with Miss Alice, and they get along so well.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? Mr. Wilde is here to study my father's character for his next play. And he won't be disappointed, will he? Father is so pig-headed.
I can't believe it! The great Sherlock Holmes standing in front of me! I'm sure that our two brains will...
Brains.
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? I use the same brushes for makeup. This must be grease paint. Face powder of an excellent quality.
I forgot my hat. Father?
I'm just checking,
You've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
It might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me. No, don't touch that! No!
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared, and my father, Mr. Winterbank, will do nothing. It makes me so angry.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Indeed, I call him father, although he is barely older than myself.
And your mother is alive?
Oh, yes. Although I wasn't best pleased when she married again, and so soon after father's death, and to a man so much younger than herself.
What is your connection with Mr. Hosmer Angel?
I met him at the gasfitter's ball. Mr. Windybank did not wish for me and Mother to attend. He never did wish us to go anywhere, but this time I was quite set on it. Fortunately, he left for France upon some business, and so didn't have any say in it. And I met Mr. Angel that night. We met again after that and would take walks together. But then Father returned, and we could no longer meet.
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
Well, he didn't like anything of that sort. He used to say that a woman should be happy in her own family circle.
Did Mr. Hosmer Angel make no attempt to see you?
Well, Father was going off again in a week. And Hosmer wrote and said that it would be better for us not to see each other until Father had gone. After that, he stopped writing.
Where does Mr. Angel live?
I don't know exactly. I address all of his letters to the Leadenhall Street post office for collection.
Were you engaged?
Oh yes, Mr. Holmes. Right after the first walk that we took.
Do you have your own income?
I do, from an inheritance. It was left to me by my Uncle Ned in Auckland.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live at home and don't wish to be a burden to my family, so they have the use of the money.
Is there anything else that you can tell me about Mr. Angel?
He is a very shy man. He would rather walk with me in the evening, so as to be discreet. I put a missing persons notice in last Saturday's Chronicle. Here's a copy, and a letter from him.
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What deductions, Mr.
Mr. Wilde. Holmes. Tell her. A love letter? Aren't you dying to read it, Holmes?
Thanks to Wilde, my analysis table has been completely destroyed. This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. Good quality paper, quite smooth. Fairly common ink, nothing special. We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. Fairly common ink, nothing special. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Take my advice, stay at home. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention. This letter has a defect. Ah, it's the same. One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects. One more letter with a defect. Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter.
What else can I tell you?
I think this case is fairly obvious, don't you, Mr. Holmes?
You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away, to bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we were engaged. Oh, it's horrible to think about. But thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.
What is going on?
Mr.
Go back to your flat and stay there with... It's ticking. It's ticking. I see wires inside. They could be connected to the cover. A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. A fancy ticking homemade gift from a secret admirer. I have 2 minutes to defuse it. There are wires attached to the bell and hammer. When the alarm triggers, the bomb will explode. Aha! This solenoid protects the bomb from being easily diffused. If it loses its power supply, it will close contact between the secondary chain wires and the bomb will explode. A source of electricity for the detonation. A package with explosive material. There are wires going in and out. It's useless to predict how they might be tangled up inside. Whew.
What?
Here it is. That's all I can do for now. Let's try and get a few hours of sleep.
How can you sleep when there is someone trying to kill me? How selfish.
He's so funny.
Did you sleep well, Kate?
Very well, thank you, Father.
Is that Wilde? Whatever is he doing now?
He's transforming you into a legend.
Oh, silly man. Kate, what's the matter?
Well, I just came by to tell you that I'm going to the zoo with Alice. We'll be having lunch in town.
That's kind of her, but I'd rather you didn't take advantage of her generosity.
It's my birthday today, Father.
I fooled you, didn't I? Of course I remembered. Here's some spending money. Go and enjoy your special day.
All right. I'll go then.
Kate.
You never do anything right.
All right. Come here.
I've had enough of you not caring about me.
I do care. I've just had a difficult night.
Yes, Alice told me about the bomb, but you wouldn't.
Kate, I only want to protect you.
You don't understand anything. I wish Alice would adopt me.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't know why my parents entrusted me to you. Did they really know you?
Kate! Come back! Damn it. Such a waste. This Alice, I have an odd sense about her. It's as if she's playing with Kate's feelings. This would be a good opportunity to investigate Alice's flat while they're absent. And anyway, it'd be better to... Mrs. Hudson is not at home. Force is not an option. I should find a back room. Better not go outside. The journalists would notice me. It appears that Alice sleeps in this armchair, as uncomfortable as that must be. A phonograph cylinder. Alice's childhood was spent with her aunt, until the aunt's death. Alice was unhappy with all of her adopted families. She's spying on me. Alice has recently used this. It looks as though Alice has not slept here for a long time. Her full name is Alice Floella Hamilton. Strange taste in literature. Sarah de Bouvier is Alice's mother. Alice used her mother's name to lease the flat. Strange taste in literature. Kate probably sleeps here. This lock is quite new. Oh my God. The wheelchair is the same as the one in the photograph above. Louis Napoleon Bonaparte. It's my distant ancestor, Horace Verney. It's my... William Hamilton. But I know him. He was a bandit who I arrested 20 years ago. Alice is talking with her father, William Hamilton. William... Alice knows about Zacharias Greystoke, the victim from the bowling club. I solved that crime. Alice is talking with her father, William Hamilton. Abraham Lincoln. My word, look at this setup. Alice practices spiritualism. word, look at this setup. Alice practices spiritualism. Charles Darwin, English naturalist and geologist. It's closed. It has no smell.
It has a bitter taste.
No smell, a bitter taste. It's a tincture of barbiturate. A soothing drug to aid sleep. A soothing drug to aid sleep. Alice prepared a gift for Kate. She remembered her birthday. Well, women are good at that sort of thing. I finished here, time to go. I need to change my clothes. I cannot proceed dressed like that. I need to change my clothes. I cannot proceed dressed like... I should use my makeup to disguise my identity. I have to be careful in this den of iniquity.
Come on, Bobby, push back.
Hey, you! Shut up!
Well done, Bobby.
I should be quiet so that there's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Good beer. Strong.
Perhaps I should try it.
Hey, this is Marty.
Cheers. Bottoms up.
I can hear nothing from here.
I drink to forget that I drink.
I can hear nothing from here.
Your Sherlock Holmes fail. I drink to forget that I drink.
Interesting. They have some kind of pass for getting inside.
I need a refill.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
I drink
Hey,
to forget
Mug
that I
Hunter,
drink.
what do you think you're doing? Get out of here!
Bottoms up.
Get out of here!
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Bottoms up.
Want a beer? Want a beer?
Let's celebrate.
There's no one to eavesdrop on from here. There's no one to eavesdrop on from here.
Sod off.
Let's celebrate.
Bottoms up.
I've lost too much here. Damn porker.
There's an illegal gambling den in here.
Let's celebrate.
Cheers. Bottoms up. I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
I drink to forget that I drink. Bottoms up.
Scotland Yard dogs. Let's celebrate.
Cheers. Bottoms up. I need a refill.
Let's celebrate.
I drink to forget that I drink. Bottoms up.
Get out of here!
Let's celebrate.
The man with the airlip. He was afraid. He ran upstairs.
Let's celebrate.
man with a hen.
I drink to
Be my
forget
attacker.
that I drink.
Way to go upstairs.
Bottoms up.
Scotland Yard dogs! Get out of here!
Cheers. Bottoms up.
Want a beer?
Hey, what are you looking for? Get lost.
Let's celebrate.
Pour me a double. I'm going outside for a cigarette.
He has a pass. I could steal it to gain entry. Neat job.
You can get in.
Celebrate.
Is the boss at his place?
Yeah, he's waiting for you.
Ah, man. I should find a way to follow him.
The door to the gambling room is there. It's not a gambling room, so get out of here.
Luck is on my side.
Bid out for a shilling.
All in. It's my lucky day. Fools
Make
are
it snappy.
think faster.
Luck is on my side.
You loser. All in. I can smell the money.
What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Make it snappy.
You loser.
I'm gonna win.
Luck is on my side.
Bid out for a shilling.
All in. Ah, it's my lucky day. Fools.
Make it snappy.
Think faster. Luck is on my side.
You loser.
All in. I can smell the money.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private. Gamble or get out.
You loser.
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
Let's celebrate.
I drink to forget that I drink. Bottoms up.
Cheers!
Bottoms up.
Let's celebrate. Luck is on my side.
Bid out for a shilling.
I have to get across to the other side. Perhaps from there I can reach the guarded area. I have to create a diversion that will move the guard away from the door.
What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Make it snappy.
You loser.
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Luck is on my side.
A well cared for hat. They allow knives here.
Luck is on my side.
He uses a mirror to look at the cards during the deal. A button for a mechanism. He uses the extra cards to cheat. This is a holdout that deals extra cards. The rope leads from one sleeve to the other. If the rope's cut, it'll release the hidden cards and expose his trick. That's what I'll need to do for a diversion, then I can get outside.
Ah, it's my lucky day. Fools. Make it snappy. Think faster. Luck is on my side.
You loser.
All in. I can smell the money. What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Make it snappy.
You loser.
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Luck is on my side.
Bid out for a shilling.
All in. Ah, it's my lucky day. Fools. Make it snappy. Think faster. Luck is on my side.
You loser.
All in. I can smell the money. What are you looking at?
Bid out for a shilling.
Make it snappy.
You loser.
Yeah.
Luck is on my side.
I have to try and go around that. Those must be the windows of the guarded. They only left this room recently. They only left this room recently. Clever invention for hiding gambling items in the event of a police raid. The hammer. Jack Cole, I remember him from the raid 3 years ago. Doesn't look like a key from an ordinary door. Every card on this deck is the ace of spades. The man from the gambling room is the same card cheating accessory. A crack. There might be something behind the cupboard. Damn, I'm late. I've left. It's evident that all of these items were stolen by Jack Cole's gang. It's the suitcase belonging to that fellow with the hairlip.
Our man. Most likely with his family.
After moving into our new home,
This fellow pawned his belongings. Must be in great need of money.
Butler's pawn shop on Lambeth Street. He apparently lives near this pawn shop. What's going on in there?